The Blast Coast. We'll stick with it. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. And we are live, gentlemen. So let's get to it. Hey, everybody. Dr. Nate Thompson, also known as Fendi, in the building. Of course, we have with us our managing editor, Mr. MC Nice, in the building. Today
All the
we
way
are
from the blessed
excited.
coast, it's going down. Yep.
You hear me? Today we are excited to have Mr. Miles Minnick in the building. What's
Yeah,
good with you?
yeah. What's going
The
on,
young
y'all?
legend. We got
You
the young legend in the building.
you hear me? Miles is killing. And I knew it like when I first met you guys. Like I was like, oh, he's gonna go bananas. Okay. So I was just making a couple of notes. I'm really again grateful to have you. You are our new edition cover. We're excited about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I'm super grateful like to be this is my first cover of any magazine.
Look,
You
we
know what
have
I'm
a tendency to do that.
saying?
We're excited about that because we really, really do. We have a tendency to be like the space to give you guys like the first cover. So we're excited about it too. What's
Mhm.
good, nice?
Oh no, man. I'm just, I'm here soaking it in. Yeah, spending 30 years in the business and just it never gets old watching the new ones come through.
Mm-hmm.
And my man's hustle is out of this world. You know what I mean? Which is why you being one of the features is because we see the work. You know what I mean? And we feel like, at the end of the day, we've always been keeping an eye on you, watching how you move, watching how you walk in Christ too, because that's important. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm excited about it.
That's
That's
love.
really important to us. That's really, and you know, the one thing like I remember, I was sharing with him, nice. The first time that I met him, he was on the Invasion tour, and I think that was your first time out, right? Like a real, kind of moving around, Miles.
That was my second. No, that was my third tour. I did an Invasion tour in 2020. It was like low key. Then I toured with Five. I don't know if you guys know Five, but that Invasion tour that you went to, that was like on the biggest scale that I've been on at the time for sure.
Good stuff.
Mhm.
Good stuff. I was sharing with him. I was like, I remember you. I remember meeting him at that particular space, and we were all excited. You know, the Yay was in the building.
Yeah.
You know, representing. Nice. You seem a little. You know what I mean? You relax. You chilling. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? You talking about I'm
The
listening.
West
So
Coast in the building. I'm so excited. Like I'm trying to contain myself, but I'm excited that the West Coast is being represented here right now in this
Yes.
particular space, making moves. And actually, I think all of us are. I don't know that trailblazing is the great word. You know what I mean? But definitely influential and moving and just setting records and opening doors. I think all of that is super super important. And so,
Yeah.
well,
Miles for
it's
those.
leaving a footprint though, actually,
Yeah.
because even in the culture, the West Coast is really not as respected as the other side. I'm just
Mm,
keeping it 100. You know what I'm
Mhm.
mhm.
saying? And Miles with like my man Miles and Mission and Brandon and Kayla. What I mean. At the end of the day, you guys are setting precedents. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Where you're saying not only is the West here, but we here. You know what I mean? And that just goes off into what it is you're doing. You know what I mean? So even before we get into the Lecrae situation, let's take people on a journey in regards to how you got to this point. What influenced you to one become Christian and then go into Christian rap?
Hmm. Yeah, really good question, man. So growing up, uh, I I knew God enough to where I asked him for things, right? But I didn't have that relationship with him to where I would live for him, right? I knew how to thank God for my food. I knew how to pray before I went to bed, but I wasn't going to church. I wasn't tapped into a Christian community, none of that. So it wasn't until I was 15 years old, my brother went to a church camp. He went to a church camp, and then how many of us know when you go to a youth church camp, you come back on fire? It's a new experience you want to tell everybody about. So he goes to the church camp. He comes home and he tells me everything that he was learning at the camp, and it intrigued me. It piqued my interest. Right, I wasn't going to church yet, but it was like, okay, like maybe I could be open to this. Maybe this could be something I tap in with. And then slowly but surely, within that year, more and more, I would be exposed to more and more stuff within the Christian culture and getting to know God a little bit, until one day when I was 16, in the middle of a smoking session. Yeah, I used to be in the streets, y'all. I was out there, like I was wilding a little bit. But in the middle of a smoking session, one of my friends said, "Hey, Miles, bro, we should go to church." I'm like, "What do you mean go to church? Like, we high right now. Like, why would we go to church?" He's like, "No, we can go talk to the girls at the youth group or whatever." So we went to church. We went to church, and then, but y'all, when I went into this church, I felt the power of God hit my life like never before. Literally, this is me off the street, not knowing what the power of God was, not knowing what the presence of God was, what an altar call even was. I answered an altar call, and God took away one high and gave me a new high. And ever since then, I've been serving God, and with my church attendance, and also with my heart, my giftings, you know.
That's dope. You went to go get you a girl and got a whole new situation, huh?
And I found my wife there. Come on now.
Come on, won't he do
Yeah.
it? That is super. What church did you go to? Because I know you're, yeah, look, he from the Bay, y'all. So what church did you go to?
Yeah, I'm from the Bay. So the church I was going to at that time was New Birth Church under Bishop Carl Smith. I was there for 9 years, and I was actually the youth pastor there. Yeah, and I got married there. It was, yeah, my whole life was centered around that church for a minute. So yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, that's real
That's
dope.
awesome.
So you go to church. You know, you went to church and you found the Holy Spirit came in, moved you around a little bit, and then you end up becoming committed, right? So
Yeah.
how did the transition happen to were you a rapping before you went to church, or have you always been a rapper? Or
Okay.
was you
Yeah.
rapping
So
after the fact? And not to mention who inspired you to rap for the Lord?
Really good question. So yeah, I was definitely on the music scene here in the Bay Area before I got into the church. I mean, I was performing at 21 and up clubs when I was in high school, like every weekend, multiple performances, going crazy on Facebook, on YouTube. I was like that young up and coming gangster rapper. Even when I was like 16, I would battle rap 21-year-olds, like putting money up. Like it was a thing out here. I was definitely going places. Um, but when the Lord snatched me up, man, like there will be ways where he would make it obvious to me that I need to be doing Christian rap. And one of the people that inspired me to do Christian rap is a rapper from San Diego. His name is Dre the Flame.
Okay.
Dre the Flame. I don't know if y'all heard of Dre the Flame. Dre the Flame was putting out that real like jerk type music. Like you a jerk, that fast tempo dance, Southern California type music. So him, but also I won't say this much. Tadashi and Lecrae dropped a song called Dum Dum. That was the song that showed me that you could be yourself. You could have a West Coast sound and make it Christian. I'm like, oh, I could do this. I could rock with this. And so yeah, those are two of the two things that really pulled me into it for sure.
Wow, I
Right.
can definitely appreciate that. I think a lot of people, so, and it's really good that you're sharing too, the inspiration to how you got started, because I think oftentimes people just feel like y'all just kind of show up on the scene. But how long had you been, rapping before you even, got to Christian? Like, what was the total length of time that you have been doing this?
Like before I became a Christian rapper,
Hmm.
yeah, I was on the secular scene for 3 years. For 3 years.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
That's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, that's cool. So you get inspired, by the flame and Tadashi and Cray. When did you feel that this could be the thing for you? Because you
hmm
already had the talent, you was already in it, you had, you already had it, you had the gift, but when did you know that this gift could be fruitful?
Yeah. Good question. So I'm being inspired by these people, right? but there was an opportunity presented to me to actually try this Christian rap thing out. So at my high school senior year, there was a talent show happening, right? And at this talent show, all the judges were Christian artists. And I said, if I'm gonna win this talent show, I gotta do a Christian rap song. Like I got to, just to try to, woo the judges a little bit, And so I get in the studio, I do the song, and mind you, like there's an atheist that's my engineer. There's like people smoking all in the studio. I'm in the studio doing this song, and the vibe is just incredible. Like the energy is just dope. Like everybody in the room was like, "Yo, this song is crazy." And I said to myself and to the entire room, I said, "Man, I got to do music like this every time. I got to do songs like this every time." It just felt right. So I get to the talent show. I get up there, I'm nervous or whatever. The whole school was really rocking with me because of my secular music. So they were anticipating the moment I get out there, y'all, with this Christian rap song. And the school erupted.
Wow.
Like you got hundreds of people going insane to this Christian rap song. So not only did it go well during the performance, but I ended up winning the whole thing. And I said, okay, God. All right, God. I see you. I think I could try this thing out. And so that was one of the main things that really pulled me over to know this could be a thing for me.
What was the Christian rap song?
It was called By the End of This Year. And it's not the one I released on YouTube. That's a slower version. This version I did in high school, it was up.
It was
up.
hyphy.
It was like West Coast techno type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it for y'all. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Let us get that. We add it to the playlist.
So you now you got this feeling like, yo, I can do this and whatnot, and then you start making little waves for yourself. What was the first show you did that you felt impacted CHH or Christian hip hop?
That a first show that I did. Interesting, because at first, even as a Christian artist, I was doing shows like with secular artists because I didn't know anything else. Like there was no Christian hip hop community out here that I feel like I could tap into. I couldn't find any, So the first Christian rap event, okay, Rapzilla did an event in Atlanta called A3C at the end of 2019, right before the pandemic. I was a part of the indie showcase, independent artist showcase. It's my first time meeting a lot of these artists. Like you see them on social media, but like to be in the same room with the Mike Teezies and the What Up RGs and everybody, it was crazy. And so how I perform, like I don't know if a lot of people know this. Like I'm a real like West Coast hyphy movement. Like I grew up within that. Like I had the RP Mac Dre hoodies. I had the gold teeth and the dreads. Like I'm at the sideshows. Like there. So when I'm on stage, like all of that comes out of me. And so I made a lot of connections through that. And Rapzilla really, really got behind me after they seen me at this showcase. And that weekend I met 1K Few. And it was up from there. It was up.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who was your first major feature? 'Cause I know you did a record with Portia Love, right? But prior to that, because who was the first major feature that said, yo, I want to get with Miles Minnick?
First major one. First major. It gotta be Few. 1K Few. Yeah. We dropped a song called Pluto February 20th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, February. Yo, that's like literally 3 years ago. 2020.
Right.
Real facts.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was the first one. And we ran it up. Like, and so that thing launched me to the place where I felt like God wanted me to go to for real. Yeah.
Oh no, that record took off. Go ahead, Fendi.
I was gonna say, so ultimately, I was sharing with you before we went live. I read the post that you shared about your being let go from an actual job, and your manager telling you now your career could, take off possibly. Like, what's your feel for it now? Like, do you, thank you, I appreciate you, like, have you had that conversation with that person?
A lot of people are trying to convince me to go back to that location where I worked at and talk to the manager and thank him for what he did. But I think they're telling me to do it from a malicious place. Like, yeah, here's some VIP tickets to my concert, man. You want to talk about me? We up. But I mean, look, I felt like honestly, God used that, because there was opportunities that were going to be presented to me that I wouldn't have been able to walk into if I still worked at that 9 to 5 job. So I had to get fired. I had to. Yeah, I'm grateful for it, man. And when you get fired, you get unemployment checks for a little bit. So that was a little, that kickstarted the ministry. Hallelujah. Can I get
Yeah,
that?
He said,
he
the
was like, I
ministry.
appreciate it. Thank you. That's dope. That's dope. What you got for him?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I was just so we walking through his rise and ascension in CHH. So you got with few that went through the roof. I bet you had like mad people wanting to do features.
Yeah, so
So
I did the one with few. And then I'm like, I got to keep this going. I got to. Let me see who else I could reach out to or collab with, because I think a lot of people in the industry or in life period, they're afraid to shoot their shot, or they're afraid
Yep.
to invest in themselves or fly out to network. Right? Let me tell you something. With this 1K Few song, I'm like, I don't just want to drop a song. I got to drop a video. So what did I do? I flew myself and my team to Atlanta, paid Few, and paid a videographer to do the video. And then for this Hovey song we dropped next called Show Out, I flew to Atlanta, flew my team to Atlanta, and I paid Hovey for his time, even though he didn't ask to be paid or whatever. It's like, nah, like I want to honor you and be able to be a blessing to those who I work with. And then same thing, 2 months later, flew to Nashville to work with No Big Deal. And let me tell you something. Show Out with Hovey and WIT with No Big Deal tore the roof off of my career. Like, Pluto opened the door. These songs set the roof on fire. Like, it was out of here. And if I wouldn't have put myself out there, came to them, it's like, who knows what could have happened. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't afraid to invest my tour money into getting features or into flying myself out to be in the studio with people and to make certain things happen, So we had Show Out with Hovey, you had the No Big Deal record. And then I'm like, what else can we do? Like, what else? Let me get Wine Day. We got Wine Day. Let me get Social Club. We got Social Club. Let me be on the summer playlist with RYZE Records. We on the playlist with RYZE Records. And then it's like, okay, what can we do next? And we just kept it going. You know what I'm saying? And now we here. We had dropped that song with RG last year called Steppin'. Oh my goodness. That song Steppin' on the 2022 summer playlist. That, by the grace of God, that thing like was low-key the main record on the whole playlist. And that record opened the door for this record with Lecrae. And
that's dope.
Yeah, we out of here.
Yeah, I love all your records. That record you did with Jay Cash is fire. You know what I'm
You hear
saying?
me?
I'm just saying.
I got all
You know
I
what I'm
need.
saying?
We
Yeah.
gonna have him
All I
too.
need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I
I'm
got
a
all
West
that.
Coast dude, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
record is fire. So
It
you
is.
get on the Reach Records playlist. You get on. How did the meetup with Cray happen? I mean, we seen the tweets and and the theatrics. And you very good. You're probably going to be an actor after the fact. You know what I mean? And getting some of these films I'm getting in and these TV shows I'm on because you got pure talent. How did the the connection with Lecrae, really transpire? Not that you didn't tell the truth, but I know, you know what I
Mhm,
mean?
mhm. Big bro MC Nice. Let me tell you something before I get into that. Before I get into that question, I was an actor before I got into music. I have
I can
three.
sense it.
I have 3 movies under my belt, and one of them, two of them, I had a principal role in, and so acting has never left me. and I know it's in my future. And I was just praying about that yesterday,
I
praying
can
for
see
it.
it. I just
Yeah,
want to know the films though, so I can
I
go
got
and
you.
yeah. I mean, I want to check that out.
Yeah, I got you. So this
Yeah.
Lecrae thing, man. So I mean, for years, dog, for years since I first heard that song "Dum Dum," I'm like, I know I'm gonna work with Lecrae one day. I feel like I'm gonna be signed to his label. Even if I don't, I know I'm gonna work with him. I know it's gonna happen. And so one day, out the blue, without me reaching out, without me trying to connect the dots and send emails and bombard anybody, Lecrae hits my DM. And that DM that I posted, that was an actual DM. Now he may have sent it at a different time, but that was the actual DM that kickstarted our relationship. And the DM resulted in me sending a lot of records. The DM resulted in me flying to Atlanta to meet up with him at a 1K Few party. The DM resulted in us just going back and forth trying to find, how we could work with each other. What project should I get on with him? What should he get on with me? And then lo and behold, it resulted in us releasing a record to open up 2023, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a big record for a big year. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? So you mentioned earlier in that little statement that you knew you was gonna be signed to 116. So is this like an announcement that's happening? Are you signing to 116 and you just kind of like shot that out real quick? You know what I mean?
You,
We like exclusives.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, let me tell you something, man. Uh, I am I am not signed to 116.
Yeah.
Um,
I
Working
yo,
on it.
see the tap dancing happening right now. So
We're working on it.
yes, yes. I got you. I got you. We're gonna be on
hey,
the
look,
lookout. Yeah.
yeah,
But
I don't know. Nah, go ahead, go ahead.
now we listening.
Yeah, I don't know,
You see my ears on? They're inclined.
I don't know, I don't know what God is gonna do, but whatever He gonna do, I'm ready for it. So that's what I can
Lecrae's a
say.
smart man. And they team over there is pretty smart too, and they know winning situations. And
Mm,
you a winning situation, especially given the roster changes that are happening.
mm,
I could see that happening. You know what I
mm.
mean? And not only that, but I see the elevation of what's going on. I'm here in LA and I listen to KJLH and I'm hearing Miles Minnick is performing at the so and so and such and such. This is FM radio.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the ascension is happening, and I'm like, okay, 116, great. They got the vehicle already put in place to help promote and market you to on a whole nother platform. I see that happening. So the big record comes out. Did it do what you thought it was gonna do, or is it still like what's the next moves for that record? We seen the video, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, with the incredible shrinking director. You know what I mean? right, right. So we see that. What's the next moves for this record?
Yeah, man. So we released it January 20th. And I think it's doing exactly what it was supposed to do for me. And it's continuing to do so. It's opening doors for me in terms of opportunities, like the level of opportunities, like what type of conferences are reaching out and all the camps, and even what it's doing for my YouTube channel. We are about to hit 100,000 views, I think, today, which is a month and a day after we released it. And that's without ads. That's without like putting money behind the marketing, which I will do, but that's just all organic. And the subscribers are going up.
Mhm.
And then even the streams on Spotify is going up. And along with the song, the challenge that we did, the real big challenge, we had hundreds of submissions. And now my heart behind these challenges is to highlight other artists, give them opportunities, give them a platform that they wouldn't have otherwise had. But, in return, as we're giving these artists platforms, they're promoting the heck out of our song.
Mm-hmm.
They are pushing this thing. And so I believe there is not one person within this genre that hasn't heard this song. Either they listen to it by choice or they are bombarded by it on socials while they're scrolling through their timeline because of the challenge. And so I think it's doing what it's supposed to do. And what's next? We gonna see what's next, but just know we got some plans.
So I got a question for you. You can answer it or not. So are they going to? Why you laugh, Indy? You know what I'm saying? Right?
Why
Are they
not?
going to? Are they going to announce the Miles Minnick signing to 116 on the Church Close 4 tour? Are you going to be on the Lecrae tour?
You know, I am not going to be on the Lecrae tour. And if you notice, there's no rappers on that tour except for him.
Not yet.
Yeah, he got
He's known for surprises. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if they were to sign me, that would be a good place to announce it. Yeah.
I know.
Or if they were to sign me, a good place to announce it would be at GLOCella. But
Yeah. I like that. I like the Easter eggs there. At the same time, right? so, so at the same time, yeah, Lecrae has been known to do those type of things. When he announced one day, I was, when he came and announced her in LA, I was there at the Palladium, when that went down. You know what I mean? Not that she wasn't already signed, but he brought her on last, like after him, and you know what I'm saying? It was like, here's one day, and then everybody, came around her and did that. Same with Hovey at 116 when he did that thing and whatnot. So yeah,
yeah.
if Miles Minnick is a 116 guy, you in great hands. It's doing nothing but taking a machine that's already established and putting some rocket fuel into it. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited in regards to that. So you go ahead, Fendi.
Yeah, I just want to kind of revert real quickly, because you being the cover story, there are so many people who are going to be like, how did he get here, right? As an independent artist, kind of, I know, it was a situation, or the particulars, but in a brief synopsis, like, what could you encourage them with? Like, what is the main thing that you did beyond consistency, because we understand that's necessary, to move your career forward?
Yeah, really good question. And it's really funny. I was gonna start with consistency. That's what I was gonna say. But I think the key is not just being consistent, but being consistent doing the right things, right? Not just posting random stuff, not just doing willy-nilly posts and announcements, but taking the followers a part of your journey, cutting yourself open, letting people see what you've been through, the innermost parts of you and your artistry. You know what I mean? I think I've been blessed to be able to build a connection with GLO Nation by sharing my story through the marketing, storytelling, marketing, right? With every single song, we make sure we build a narrative around it to bring the people along with it. And what does that do? That allows the people to feel like they're a part of what we're doing. They're following it like a Rocky Balboa story. They're like, oh, Lecrae sent him a DM. Oh, we got to find a song for Lecrae. We got to tag Lecrae. And when we win, we all feel like we win in those moments. And along with that, it's like, do not be afraid to invest in yourself. Invest your time, and don't be afraid to invest your finances. We have a clear understanding in my house, like, we are going to pour everything we have into what God has put in front of us, because we don't know how long this poppin' rapper window is going to remain. And so I want to make sure I do everything I possibly can to get to that next level. And so what do I mean by investing money? Investing money into the merch, because when you invest in merch, that's going to put more money back into your artistry. Invest in collaborations. When you invest in collaborations, that could take your career to the next level if you do it right. Let's say somebody wants to collab with me. I would advise them up front to ask me for a music video, to ask me if I could be a primary artist, and to ask me for a social media post, right? When you get those three things, that's how you get the best out of the feature. And that's what I do with every single feature I get. I get that commitment.
Nuggets. We need
Yeah,
to write it. Nuggets. He dropped them.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
people
Yes. Help
just think
them.
people just think if they get a What Up RG feature, like, oh, I'm up. But it's like, nah, you got to make sure he's involved with the record. You got to get him for a video. Make sure he going to promote it, get on live, do the challenge with you. Because, like, if not, it's not going to matter. It's going to be buried under everything else in his catalog. And so,
people do me the same way. I do features with them, but I'm like, yo, if you're not gonna promote your record, I'm not gonna help you promote your record. You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
I'm
So at the
saying.
end of the day, so you're right in that instance. You know
Man,
what I
you
mean?
gave him you gave him real insight and understanding. You know, I'm big
Yeah,
on
I got another question for
this
you.
industry.
Mhm.
I got another question for you. Give people advice, or the listeners or the artists, on how to assemble a team, because everywhere you go, I feel like you got a whole movie studio with you. You know what I'm saying? You got sound, you got lights, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I mean? You got everything, hair and makeup and wardrobe. Like come, you come ready for that action every time you step out. So how did how did you assemble your team? You can briefly say that, and then how do you get the people to commit to and believe in a vision that they don't know if it's gonna work or not?
Well, let me say this. Nobody wants to get behind somebody that's not moving,
That
right?
part.
So before I assembled a team, I got moving. Before I asked anybody to buy into what I was doing or whatever, I'm doing every show I can. I'm posting all the time. I'm dropping music and all of that. And then, consequently, people seen it, and it was easy to, gather the right people around me. But here's the thing. The key to building a team is to rally people who are good at the stuff you're not good at. That's how you get the right team around you. I'm not a producer. Let me get producers. I'm not a graphic artist. Let me get a graphic artist. I don't mix and master. Let me get an engineer. And these things are essential. And as far as like making sure they're bought in and exciting them, like I was a youth pastor before all of this too. And so I used to recruit leaders all the time. You know what I mean? Like, this is for the Lord. This is what we gonna do. People. You
Right.
know? So that's just a part of my personality. I don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying? But okay, one thing I do want to say though, here's a key. You want to make sure you honor your team, honor them for their time, be a blessing to them, make sure that you're not the only one benefiting, make sure that they are also benefiting when it comes to their individual platform. Tag them, tag every photographer, tag the videographer. That is important. And make sure when you can pay them, you pay them. It's very important.
That's good stuff,
Yeah,
sir.
you're gonna be around for a long time, man.
That's good
I'm
stuff.
excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, the previous album. I know we just walked through what's happening now, but again, that momentum, that factor that, you were able to build upon. Like, what was the changing? I mean, literally, Miles, what was the space where you were like, oh my God, this is for real?
You know what? It's amazing that we're talking about this right now because something just came in the mail that I want to show you. I didn't even unpackage it yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if y'all can see this.
Oh yeah, iTunes.
iTunes, yes.
I never released an album before this one. I was low key against it or whatever, but I have people that love me and want the best for me. They're like, brother, you need to drop an album to cement your catalog, to cement your artistry. Singles are okay, but when you drop an album, it does something different. And on November 11th, on Glowember 11th of last year, we released a song called Holographic. And for whatever reason, the culture got behind it. And we got sales on sales on sales. And we debuted. And MC Nice actually called me before it dropped too, giving me all the game, giving me the advice. And I never took that for granted. And I ran with it. We debuted at #1 on the Christian iTunes charts. And we were number 14 overall over the Black Panther soundtrack.
That's what's
Wow.
up.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. And that album came at the right time because it came right after I went absolutely viral. Right? I went viral from that post you talked about where my manager fired me and said, maybe now your career will finally take off. That brought me up to over 100,000 followers. And then we just so happened to have the album prepared. So when the audience came, we hit them with that album. Oh my God. And after this, like it was just, the rest was history. And I was like, how can I follow up with a #1 album? We got to drop a crazy song with Lecrae. And now it's just, we out of here, man. It's a blessing.
You know what's really encouraging? The thing that's really encouraging, and you can even see it, like you're trying to hold back, and that's cool, right? But the thing that moves me the most is your relationship with Christ and your desire to be pleasing to him. Like I literally, and I've heard the testimony, I see you with the people, etc. But you never lost that space, right? Like that real desire to be, I want to do this and show people that we can do this for the kingdom. I think all of us are in that particular space. MC Nice came out and he and I were on a panel together and none of us knew Nice was, but he went to going boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I got to know him. Right? I need to know him. And then we gave him a cover. Real talk. Ask him. He right here. Ask him. Real talk. Yeah. We had a cover, but I told Nice, I feel like we are, a part of the same space. I feel that with you too, Miles. Like you have this way of speaking to individuals. We are able to get their attention. They hear us. They see us. They watch us. But when you give real insight and understanding to move the needle, that's something altogether different, right? Because I'm not charging you to get MC Nice is so freely given. And you just said the same thing. He will literally tell you how to for real do it because there's so many people going, oh, that don't matter. The awards don't matter. This don't matter. Blah, blah, blah. It does matter. It don't matter to you because you're not a part of it, but you don't have an ear to hear. So the thing that I can really appreciate is you was like, oh, he called me and told me the game, and then I implemented it. Everything that I just heard you say was strategic and intentional. Everything that you just said, even the little nuggets you dropping right now. Oh God, I hope y'all picking up what he putting down. He just gave you the game plan, right? But how many people have an ear to hear? We've been singing this song. Nice. How long we been doing this? Years and years. They still sleeping, right? Like it's like, how many more opportunities can we present? How many more opportunities can we give you as a platform? We are saying, hey, we're here. We want to share, insight and understanding with you. So the thing that I'm grateful for and what I keep hearing is, one, you have a relationship with Christ. That's altogether important to me. Otherwise, you would not be in RYZE, period. Ask them, because ask them. They be like, naked, because you have to have a relationship with him in order to represent him. How you gonna be trying to lead somebody somewhere and you don't have a relationship with him? So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but I just want to say I'm encouraged by everything that you're sharing. Everything.
Yeah, it's crazy because God didn't say you couldn't celebrate your achievements. See, that's what people get caught up. It's like there's like, well, those awards don't matter, those charts don't matter. They do matter.
Yeah.
Because those elevate you into other situations that God needs you to be at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If people don't see your #1 record on iTunes, then a convention or so-and-so may not be calling you because they want who's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether we want to buy in or not, these things dictate to the buyers what the trends are. Because they're not in the underground going, let me see what underground artist is hot. They're not doing that because they don't have enough. The mindset of the buyers are, we need to get who's hot right now. Look on the charts, or look. They want all of those quick access things. So your achievements, man, fantastic. I see, like I said, I see your ascension. On going beyond the culture of Christian hip hop. You know what I mean? And gospel rap. I think they the same, but some people, people got their various opinions, right? But I see you going beyond that because, one, you're marketable, right? Two, you have a great personality, and your energy is infectious. You know what I mean? And the fact that you're walking with God is going to help open those other doors for you. So I'm looking forward to that.
Amen.
Definitely.
Amen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, as we come to an end, because we don't want to hold you all day, one of the things that we want to give, every person who's a part an opportunity to do is share your heart concerning, the state that Christianity is in, our ability to actually reach those who want to do this or those who are inclined. Because the one thing that I want to add real quickly is that CHH is moving. You figure we're in like real commercials, movies, we were the first in what's that place we were? Metaverse. Like we are doing some amazing things.
The metaverse,
for the community, for the Christian community. And it is like, again, that trailblazing space. So what's your heart for like those who are listening, who will see this, who will read the article, really about moving forward, moving this particular space forward? What's your thoughts?
Reach Records has their song in a McDonald's commercial and an Apple iPhone commercial. Caleb Gordon had his song shared by Jason Tatum, Patrick Mahomes, and I believe the Sports Center. There's no limit. The lid has been broken off. You got Queen Latifah interacting with my content. You got celebrities following people like Mike Teasy and people like myself. You got people from B2K trying to tour with me.
Wow.
Because it's like, okay, what is really going on here? We are being able to impact mainstream culture now like never before. And this, I've been speaking this, like last year, I said, I don't care what nobody say. We are going to be able to perform at the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. Last year, during the football season, the Los Angeles Rams in the NFL used my song as their celebration touchdown song.
Come on.
The cheerleaders had a routine to it. They was going crazy. You got people on dance cam going into it, and I'm talking about the Bible and keeping it holy. Are you kidding me? So what I'm saying is keep doing what you're doing. Don't feel like there's a limit to it, because there's not. And hey, by the end of this year, there's no telling how high we gonna go. And people is criticizing the truth for going to the Grammys. Well, they gonna hate me because we gonna win Grammys, and we gonna be on that stage giving glory to God. Period. Mm-hmm. And not just in the Christian category, in the hip hop category too. Come on, man.
Yeah. There's a science behind that I can help you with, because the Grammys, I belong to the Grammys, so there's a science to making that work for you. And you got the beauty about you is you got time on your hands. The Grammys is a patient game. You know what I mean? And I say patience because it's based on how you move around within the Grammyverse. You know what I'm saying?
The Grammyverse.
Yeah. What people fail to realize is the Grammys is not a public vote.
Yeah.
It's members.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when I say Grammyverse, I mean the members in New York, the members in Atlanta, the members in Texas, you know what I'm saying? It's about how you move around in the Grammyverse and how involved are you in that situation. You know what I mean? That's going to help elevate your situation to where, you standing on stage in the rap hip hop category as that guy.
Wow. Yes, sir.
So, but hey, like she said, we ain't gonna keep you because we can talk to you forever. You dope, and you got a whole lot to share. I'm actually going to be able to attend Glowchella this year, so I will be there. Waiting for the announcement to Reach Records. Miles Minnick.
Look, RYZE will be in the building. We need an exclusive.
It'll be an exclusive we already knew about 4 or 5 months ahead of time. So man.
Look, speak those things that are not as though they are. And I heard you say that, Miles. Like you was like, I knew. See, that's the thing that people don't know. Words have power. Like us as believers, we can have what we want. If you live the word, like if you live how he says live, he said, no good thing will I withhold from you. What? I can have whatever my heart desires because it's in alignment with what you have for me already. Come on, go get it. You hear me? Go get it. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to know you. Can't wait for y'all to get on this next, movement, however that's happening. RYZE will be there. Understand, we are excited about you. We're going to tell the world about you. Any way that we can help, it's an honor to know you. It's an honor to, be able to share your story. Give our love to your wife. We just had a new baby girl.
Yeah, congratulations, my man.
Yay.
Thank you,
and yeah, basically, you know, we just want you to know that we're, you know, with you, supporting you, undergirding you, pushing for you. Like, let's get it. Let's make it happen. Amen.
Yeah, he
Let's
know
get
I'm
it.
pulling for him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see it. I've been
Yeah.
in the music. I've been in the music business 30 years. My first hit came on the Billboard charts in 1994.
Sir.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and I'm still here. You young. So yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna still be here. And I'm glad that we are here as you are ascending, and who knows? Jay-Z, you know what I mean? You got that
Yes, sir.
mindset to where, you know, I see it. Nas, you got that
Mm.
mindset. These are
Mm.
cats that are billionaires. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
He
And
definitely has the
billionaires,
business.
that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. Like I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, Miles got something.
Wow. Wow. That's love.
Bless.
That's yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. This has been amazing for me to be here with you guys today. And to be on the cover is an honor for me. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's gonna happen this year. And MC Nice, we gotta talk offline, man. We gotta see about this Grammy verse you talking about.
Yeah. In
Mhm.
fact, I think I have a recommendation. I can recommend you to the Grammys.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse
We're not
me.
talking to you right now. We're not talking to you. Write that
Excuse me.
down.
It goes down in
You know what I'm
March, Miles.
saying?
It goes down in March.
It goes down in
Ooh.
March. Yeah. So they give two. They only give Grammy members 2 recommendations.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to give you one of those.
Wow.
And I'm sure.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you need 2 though. So we
Mhm.
got to find somebody else that's gonna give you one. But the
Mhm.
only way we can really get into these circles is by elevating our people. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And you in the position to where you've done some things that you should be elevated into that circle. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, hey.
And as always, listen, we are excited about RYZE Magazine, guys. You heard it here first. A lot of first twos and nuggets and things that you should think on and ponder on. Again, Miles, it's been a pleasure, an honor to hang out with you as always. MC Nice has been real, right?
Yeah, well, definitely.
Definitely looking forward to the new cover. Y'all keep your eyes peeled on it. You know, go ahead and follow RYZE if you're not already doing that. We are everywhere at RYZE Magazine. I am Dr. Nay Bendy, if you know me, and MC Nice, and
MC Nice
really
in the
it's been a
building.
pleasure.
Yeah,
It's been an
I just
honor
want to tell
hanging out with you guys.
everybody
So as always, y'all, go ahead.
real quick. I just want to tell everybody this summer, tune in to GLO 116 FM, and you're gonna hear everything that is great.
GLO 116 FM. Y'all wildin', man. Okay.
All right, man.
So cool.
Hey,
Take care,
love
gang.
y'all,
We'll see
man.
you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah.